Hello everybody, it's nice to have you back here. We're going to be looking today at SMCI stock, that is of course Super Micro Computer. This is a stock with a lot of news to speak about over the last few days, over the last few hours, and a lot to look forward to into the next day or so. You can see on Friday the stock is up by 2.3%. Over the past 5 days now, we're actually up by nearly 10%. And coming into the past month now, you've seen this very interesting trend, ultimately down, but coming from maybe the 8th, you can see that trend is a lot stronger. So the question then becomes, where do we go from here? Well, we'll be talking about all of that over the course of this video. Like I say, I've also got some news to share with you, so you're going to want to watch it all the way through until the end. If it does sound like a good watch, please do make sure to leave a like on the video. Please make sure to subscribe. It does help me out a lot. At the same time, I'd like you to remember this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. Jumping straight in now, let's start off by looking at some of the news. I'm going to come over to talk about some recent share buys. Let's get past these ads, as always. So, Rowland Miller and Partners have acquired 5,688 shares of SMCI. We can see this as an article. Let's cross this off. That was written, I believe today, yeah, September the 14th. And you can see, so Rowland Miller and Partners, they've increased their holdings in SMCI by 6.7%, acquiring an additional 5.6 thousand shares, bringing the total to 91.2 thousand shares, valued at approximately 4.47 million. So several institutional investors, including Vanguard Group and Price T. Rowe Associates, have also boosted their positions in the company, with institutional ownership now at 84.06% of the company's stock. Quite impressive. Super Micro Computer reported 0.41, that's 41-cent earnings per share last quarter, missing analyst expectations, whilst the company's revenue has reached 5.76 billion, marking an 8.5% increase year over year. We also have more news coming from another business, which is 6.1 thousand shares of the same company, acquired by McAllister Sweet and Associates, also being written today. Again, let's cross this off. You can see the news here. So McAllister Sweet and Associates have acquired 6.1 thousand shares of Super Micro Computer, valued at approximately $299,000, making it the fund's 23rd largest position. The company, as just mentioned, has reported those earnings per share, and again, we are now seeing insider transactions like SVP George Cow and CFO David E. Welgund selling a combined total of 65,000 shares, reflecting a significant reduction in their ownership stakes. So a lot in terms of buying and selling that we have obviously to speak on over the past couple of days. Many could argue this is a good thing, however I just wanted to bring it to your attention either way. Going off of that, going forwards onto looking at the share price, again, institutions clearly think big of this one, but what are we looking for in the next week? Well, of course, towards the upside, we're trying to break above key levels that we're seeing difficulty at. We just weren't able to maintain that growth above $46, but ideally, we're initially looking to break out above and remain above this channel where we are struggling at. This is 44.90 towards the upside. Yes, we have recently been above that. We are currently at 45, but it's less about getting above there, as you can see with some of these big green or even red candle wicks, right? It's less about getting above there and more about remaining above there. So a break into 45 with consistency would be great. Finding a support above 45 would be ideal for this upcoming week. So that's something that we have to potentially look towards. Towards the downside, you could be looking for pushes if we do go that way, which could take us all the way down to 43.70, 43.80 even. Again, you're finding levels of support there in the past. It would make sense if there was downside momentum to see that. Same time, we are seeing indicators now moving towards the overbought range. We have slightly cooled off from actually being overbought on the RSI, now coming slightly towards the higher side of things, yes, but not technically even in the overbought range, but not far off it. So there is that to consider as well. Again, a lot of difficulty with this stock breaking above 45 and remaining above it. So if there is an upside potential this week, I'm looking for a push above there. I'm looking to remain above there with a lot of consistency. And towards the downside, if those levels can hold up, like I say, potentially around 43.70, that in itself would indicate quite a lot of strength in my opinion. So obviously quite a lot to play for in the next few days. We will see how things ultimately go. I think there is a lot of promise here, and again we'll see if that actually does come true. So you'll have to let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments. It would be appreciated, and if you did enjoy this quick video, please make sure to subscribe to let me know. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope I'll see you again soon.